Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. I'm Arlette. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I get this makeup look, which is my go-to makeup routine that I always do if I'm ever wanting to do makeup. I would call it my everyday makeup routine, but I do not wear makeup every day. That is for sure. All the products are super affordable. I didn't even realize, but most of the products are either Rimmel London or MCO Beauty. So definitely super affordable, and you can either buy it at your drugstore, at Big W, Woolworths, Kmart, Target, you name it, you'll probably be able to buy it at. Anyways, before we jump into the video, if you hear wind or anything like that, it is a very gloomy, windy day today, and I've been needing to film this video, so even though it's a bit windy and you guys might hear that, I just wanted to film this video for you guys. But yeah, anyways, let's jump right in and show you guys how I get this makeup look. First things first is you got to make sure you do your skincare routine and set your face, because you don't want to be putting makeup on just your bare skin straight on with no moisturizer or primer or anything like that. At the minute I don't have a primer. I'm still trying to figure out what primers are best for me because I have naturally oily skin. I haven't found a good affordable primer yet, but that's alright. But I've just done my morning skincare, which includes sunscreen. Even with it being a gloomy day, you always want to be using sunscreen. It's a must product that you need in your morning routine. Anyways, moving on to the first makeup product, I'm going to be using the MCO Beauty Flawless Glow in shade 2.5 Fair. I kind of use a Flawless Glow as just like a skin tint kinda, and just use it to prep my skin and just to make everything kind of the same shade. I don't use too much because I don't want my skin to be cakey, because this is the first layer and I don't want the base to be a thick ass layer, because I don't really like that and I don't feel like it suits my skin. Also, you guys are on my window, so the only mirror I have is this little mirror here, so this is gonna be interesting to see how it looks. So I just use a brush to blend it all out. I just use the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush 200 and I find that works really well. That brush is my ride or die for my base makeup, like for foundation, skin tint or anything like that, concealer. That's my ride or die. I use it all the time. Anyways, next I'm just going to go over with my beauty blender and make sure there's no hard lines or creases or anything like that. This is a fresh beauty blender. This is not how clean it normally is, and also I have wet it so it's even bigger and more bouncy. I think that's a word, I don't know. Next, I'm just going to go in with concealer, and I use the Rimmel London Lasting Radiance Concealers in shades 030 Classic Beige and 010 Ivory. I just use Ivory under my eyes to just brighten up my face, and then I use the Classic Beige for all my spots and acne. I've been using these concealers for so long. I found them when I was younger, when I was first starting makeup, and I have been obsessed with them ever since. Like, I just absolutely love the coverage, and the color is so good for my skin tone, because I find some concealers just don't work for all skin tones, and because like all skin tones are different, so not all concealers are gonna be the exact same. I use it just the concealer itself, and it blends in beautifully, and you can't even tell that I'm wearing concealer or anything. It just blends in beautifully to my skin and I just love it so much. Yeah, we got some acne at the minute, jeepers. Now I'm just gonna go in with the same brush as I used before and just blend out all the concealer. I always make sure to go over the top of my eyelids when I'm blending in my under eye concealer, because it just makes my skin look that bit better and more even, and not like I'm majorly wearing makeup, even though it's obvious that I'm wearing makeup but not, you know? I'm just going to use my beauty blender again and just blend everything out even more. Now that my skin has no dimension to it, we're going to go in with the MCO Beauty Instant Contour Cream Bronzer in light medium. I hate when your skin gets itchy right after you've done your makeup. You're like, dude, really? Okay, now that I look absolutely insane, I'm going to be using the Real Techniques sculpting brush. So it's like the angle brush they have. Now that that's all blended, I'm going to go in with the MCO Beauty Highlight and Glow Beauty Wand in Blush Glow. And I just use this as my cream blush. That is probably way too much. I don't know why I did that much, but may as well samesies. I'm going to be glowing today. And to blend all this out, I'm just going to use the base of the Beauty Blender to blend it all in. The glow is absolutely insane. Okay, for powder, I'm going in with the MCO Beauty Miracle Flawless Pressed Powder. I'm just going to use a pressed powder. It is a bit dirty, ignore that. But it's just the OXX cosmetic, just from Kmart. Also, I forgot to mention, this is in translucent, so it is actually a white powder and it goes with any skin tone, but it very much brightens everything up. But yeah, first I'm just going to go in with it under my eye to make sure there's no creases or anything like that. And then I'm just going to go over my nose because that is my main point where I get super oily and we don't like that. Then I'm just going to grab a big fluffy brush. It's actually the Full Powder by Eco Tools brush. Just any fluffy brush really works, and I just put it in the powder and then just brush it over the rest of my face because I don't really use a puff, I think that's what they're called, around like my forehead and on my cheeks and stuff because I feel like I don't need it to be as full coverage and I find it will make my skin get really cakey. So I just use a big fluffy brush to blend in some of the powder so then it sets the base but it doesn't make it cakey or too thick. Next I'm going to go in with this Rimmel London highlight contour blush thing. It is very old, very dirty, ignore that. It is in 002 Coral Glow and I'm just going to be using the contour colour, and if you couldn't tell I have used it a lot. But yeah, I'm just gonna use that. So to blend out my powder contour, I'm just gonna use the Real Techniques 400 blush brush. I quite like a fluffy brush for contour. A lot of people like more of a sharper one, but I find I prefer a fluffier brush so then it can actually like hit my cheekbone and go up from there. It's hard to explain, but like once you see it you're like, oh, that's what you mean. I don't use too much of it because I've already used the cream bronzer slash contour, so I don't need too much, but I just want to add a little bit. And then I just get some more on my brush and just blend it all over my nose. I don't contour my nose or anything for every day. And then I just also do it around my mouth and stuff because I find I get really wide around my mouth when I do my makeup. So I just make sure like my mouth isn't white because I just find I just don't like that. So I just make sure I blend also around my mouth. But then I just go crazy and blend everything in. Next I'm just going in with the Rimmel London, don't mind it's broken, and I've also hit Deadpan as well on this. It is in the shade 150 Live Pink and it's just their Lasting Finish Soft Colour Blush. And I absolutely love this blush. I just find it is the perfect shade. I absolutely love it and I am really sad that I'm nearly running out of it. So yeah. But yeah, I just go all over my cheeks. I love blush, so I go a bit crazy with my blush. Also, the brush I'm using for my blush, oh my gosh, tongue twister. It's fully rubbed off, but this is actually from Sports Girl, which is just like a brand in Australia, I believe. It might be worldwide, not sure. But yeah, it's just one of their brushes and yeah, I just really like it and it works really well as my blush brush. Oh my gosh, that is such a tongue twister. I'm not going to add any highlighter today, but if I do add a highlighter, it's the Rimmel London from the Highlight Contour Blush kit that I use a contour for. I use that highlight, and I also do sometimes use the blush as well if I want to do a triple blush situation. Anyways, I'm gonna do my eyes now and I'm just gonna use the same color as I did for my contour and just do that all over my eyelid because I don't want anything special, I just want a little bit of dimension. And I'm just going to be using the Real Techniques 402 setting brush. I really like it because it's so fluffy and I just do it all over my lid. For brows, I don't fill them in or anything. I just use the Magic Brows in Blonde by MCO Beauty. Shocking, I know. But yeah, I don't fill them in or anything for every day because I just find I don't need to because I've got very thick eyebrows. But I just add a bit of gel just to keep them all in place. Before I go with mascara and lipstick, lip gloss, whatever, I'm just going to use the MCO Beauty Ultra Lock Makeup Setting Spray. I just like to set my face before I use mascara. Sometimes I do it when I have mascara on, but then I get mascara everywhere. It depends on if I forget or not. I just fan my face to dry out the setting spray. Don't mind the very messy mascara, but I'm just using the MCO Beauty Extend Lash, which is actually a tubing mascara. This is actually my first tubing mascara, so yeah, and I quite like it because I find I always get the like mascara down under my eyes as the day goes on, whereas this, because it's a tubing mascara, it doesn't happen. I'm not a massive fan of the wand, but I like the formula of it because it's a tubing mascara. I've yet to try out any other tubing mascaras. For lips, I'm just going to go in with the Summer Days Tinted Lip Oil by MCO Beauty. It is definitely a darker one, but I don't use it fully, if that makes sense. I kind of just swipe it a little bit and just blend it out, if that makes sense. I don't add heaps of it, but I just add a bit of it to just darken my lips. And then over the top, I use the MCO Beauty Lip Oil in Sheer Pink as well. Just for good measure, I'm just gonna spray the setting spray over my face a little more. And this is the final makeup look. It is a very natural, glowy, but not too glowy because of my oily skin makeup look, and I love it. It is very easy, very much a go-to. I always do. Sometimes I won't do the cream contour and cream blush. I'll just use the powder blush and powder bronzer. But yeah, it just depends on my mood. But yeah, this is my go-to makeup look for everyday type thing. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'd really appreciate it if you guys gave this video a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!